or no, I'm gonna try that again. Hey folks, welcome back to Tech Gooch, and I have here for you, actually I think this is my first ever tool review. This is the Fine Multi-Master. I also have Milwaukee's multi-tool as well here to kind of compare it a little bit. But this is really what we're focusing on today and basically show you why this thing is so awesome. So if you're out there looking for a multi-tool, these tools can be used not just for professionals, but for anybody out there that's looking to do even small work in their house. They have to modify trim or anything like that. These things are awesome. They can do so many things. They even have, if you have to put in a new outlet or something, a new gang outlet, you can actually get an attachment to this that'll just cut the square hole exactly how big you need it. There's a lot of really neat things you can do with these, but there's a lot of them out there. I've actually used 4 of them now, owned 4 of them. This is my newest addition to the family, I guess. Now I do work construction, so these are technically not mine directly, but my company's. Or my family's company, and we just got this several months ago. I've used it quite a bit, and I got this actually before that one, and I had another 2. A Makita was the other battery operated one that I've had. I've also had a Rockwell, and there is a very large difference between the 4 of them, to be honest. The reason I don't have the Makita or the Rockwell here, the Rockwell here is not battery operated, so I didn't think that it really fit with this. The Makita, however, broke, and I'll kind of show you how that broke. I don't have the tool with me because I'm having a hard time finding it, because once it breaks, you just kind of put it off to the side. But yeah, let's bring the video in. We can actually show you exactly what we're talking about. First things first, I thought I'd show you exactly what you're getting when you actually buy this kit. So this is the actual Fine tool. Model number on this is the what is it? The AFMM18, I believe. The AFMM18. This is the QSL or whichever. But anyway, this is the 18-volt kit series. Comes with the tool. Comes with 2 batteries, charger, as well as a small assortment of actual pieces to actually use with it. So these all came with it. Mainly been using just the actual cutting tools themselves, but you can do some sanding, some rough work, things like that with it as well. They even have a scraper tool that basically, if you have to scrape off, now I've used this once, but if you have to scrape something like silicone or something like that off of a surface, you can use this. And there are a lot of other accessories you can get for it. Obviously, you see the tool here. The battery basically comes off just by pushing the button in the back, and you can actually vary the speed right here with this dial. Otherwise, it's just on, off, and that's that. On the side of the battery, this is where the power meter is. So this one's actually probably needs charging. The other one should be fully charged. There we are. I'll put that one on instead. I'll get ready to charge that after this. And so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and reposition the camera a little bit and then show you why this one is so much different than the other guy. So what makes these 2 tools differently, and why is this one, in my opinion, a better tool? Basically, there are multiple reasons, but one of those reasons is actually how it connects and how it actually holds onto the actual cutting tool itself. Because this is exactly what happened to my Makita. Now the Milwaukee, you have a mechanism up here that you lift to unlock. So we'll lift that all the way up until it's actually pointing vertically there. You have to unscrew this little guy here, and then you can actually put the tool on. Now you can put it in multiple directions. You don't have to put it straight with the tool. You can put it at 90 degrees, whichever works. However, the actual piece that's actually holding this in place when it actually vibrates back and forth are these little nubs here. Now these little nubs are definitely bigger than the one that were actually on our Makita. However, these are the pieces that broke, the little nubs. And eventually, if you break all 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 8 of these, there's nothing really that's going to keep the tool from vibrating back and forth. Yeah, you can actually keep it on the tool with the actual piece here, but what actually makes it vibrate back and forth to go with the head is those little nubs. That's the bad part about this tool is these. Now these definitely are a lot better than the ones that were on our Makita because those broke fairly simply, to be honest. However, the other thing is how you actually attach it. So you have to put it in, then you have to take this, screw this down. Once it's fairly tight, then you do this guy here, and now we're good to go. We have the cutting tool in place. It's solid, it's attached, it's good to go. One of the really nice things about the Milwaukee that neither the Makita or the Fine have is an LED light on the face that you can actually see what you're cutting. So if you're in a low light situation, that is one thing that the other two do not have. However, this is a big difference between how Fine does theirs. Now, when Fine first came out with their Multimaster series, they did have a thing similar to this. You didn't have to screw it in, you just pushed it in and locked it. And I had actually used one of those before. However, the new system here is so much different. You do not unlock this. It's already unlocked once you don't have a tool in it. All you do is take the actual cutting head, put it in place, push down. That's it. It locks into place by this little guy here and actually is using, rather than little nubs, it actually uses the outside thing, kind of like a wrench. So the star pattern basically here, a lot more than 8 pieces are actually holding this thing in place, and they're not nubs. They are literally hard sections within the actual tool itself. Now, you're more than likely probably going to wear this out before you're going to wear the head of the actual piece out here, which means every time you replace one of these, you're getting a new star pattern on it. It's a much better system in my opinion, and how it actually locks with this piece here in the middle, which is a 2-piece system, a lot larger piece as well that's holding it. So you just push it in, and it locks into place. And then when you actually unlock, all you're doing is pushing those two back together until they lock into place back together. That is as simple as this gets. You don't have to unscrew anything. You don't have an extra piece other than the 2 pieces, so you can't lose the screw head. It is just as simple as put the angle that you want, push down, good to go. That is awesome. I cannot stress how much better this system is than this system. And it's so much better so that since we have this, if we're doing fine work, meaning like finish work, I don't even grab this anymore. I love this because I can quickly adjust this without any hesitation and change cutting tools really quickly. This one as well, we mainly actually now stick with our coarse work that we're not using in more fine situations, where if we destroy it, it gets destroyed, and keep the really good tool for the really good circumstances. So obviously you're probably wondering how it cuts. Now, I don't really have a really good way to show you. And these tools have actually been used. I would say you probably use the one on the Multimaster more, to be honest about it. But they are just plunge cut items. So these are just plunge cuts. So like in this piece of wood here, you can just go straight through without any worries. Same thing with the Milwaukee. I'm not going to say anything different about this one, other than it bogs down a little bit more easier than what I found the Fine. Not a big deal, to be honest. The cutting heads are different, where this one has that straight edge where if it hits the edges all the way down, it can do that, where the Fine does actually fan out, so these stay out of the way. I do like that as well. I can obviously rock that back and forth a lot easier than this design. I can't really do that. So that's the design in the cutting head itself, and you can probably get ones that work with this that do that as well. But they are not interchangeable for the type of cutting head. I can't use a Fine one on the Milwaukee, and I cannot use the Milwaukee on the Fine. So while this video wasn't really a shootout between two tools, it's kind of to be honest, the Multimaster versus everybody else. Because the Starlock mounting mechanism, which is why I'm basically putting this on this channel, is a technology. It's a beautiful piece of technology. It really is. It's simple, but it works so much better than the head that's on this one. Now I know this is different than my typical videos that are typically on smart home products, things like that, but I wanted to share some pretty awesome technology that Fine and other companies are doing in their tools. So I'm probably going to feature more tool reviews in the future, especially because I love tools. I really do. And these are very useful for anybody. If you have any lightweight work, any trim work, anything that you want to modify, these things can do so much in assisting you. And if you're looking at it as a kit to kit, this guy in a kit form is about $300. That's the same way that this is, where it comes with, you know, 2 batteries and a charger and the tool and some cutting heads. This is $340. Do I think there's a $40 difference here? Yes, there is an absolute $40 difference. It's probably more than $40 worth of difference. At $40, I wouldn't even consider the Milwaukee. Wouldn't even consider it unless you already have a whole bunch of other Milwaukee tools and you just want to get the actual bare bones tool. Bare bones one of these you can probably get for about $80, $100. That's when it's worth it, and that's what we did when we purchased this one. That's why I don't have a box or kit, is because we got this as a bare bones tool to go with our other Milwaukee tools. However, this as a kit, way worth it. Obviously, once you get into this, you may actually start looking at other fine tools, and they make some fantastic tools. Now, I'm not going to get into those today, but that said, I would highly recommend checking out it. It's a German company, and they make some fantastic products, in my opinion. So, with that said, thanks for watching the video here. I know it was kind of short and sweet. Hopefully, you got to see the gist of the actual product itself. And like I said, I'll probably have some more videos similar to this in the future. If you have actually a video or a product that fits this tool category and you'd like to see that here as well, let me know what you think. Head over to thietbinh.com and you can submit a contact form there that goes directly to me. Otherwise, comment below, subscribe to the channel, share, and let me know what you think of the Fine Multi-Master, because it's awesome in my opinion. It's by far the best multi-tool on the market. They kind of started it, and they're finishing very well so far. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on a future video.